Welcome back to Summit Sunrise. I'm here in the studio with Peter from the Sound Room, and they are your audio-visual specialists, which is why we've got some gadgetry here to talk about. Now, what is that? Just looking at this, I was intimidated. I was like, oh, well, this looks huge. I don't know what this is. What are we working with here?
We're working here with a surround receiver.
Okay.
A lot of people ask, what is surround sound? Surround sound is pretty much, let's say you have a DVD you picked up from the shop. And you look at the back side, and there's a lot of specifics there on the screen size and the audio formats, as we call it. You see numbers like 5.1 or 7.1, and this is pretty much a 7.1 surround receiver, as they call it.
Okay.
And the numbers stand for the number of speakers.
Oh, so you would 7 speakers?
Wow.
Yeah.
So you would hook up either 7 speakers, or the most common one right now still is 5 speakers, and then 1 subwoofer.
Okay.
So that's, people call it a box or a boom box, or, and there's a lot of varieties when it comes to subwoofers. But pretty much this is the central piece in your surround sound setup.
Okay, this is like the, command central type.
The command central, the brains of the system.
The brains of the operation.
Yeah, exactly. And that, you said that you are intimidated by just looking at it, because it has a lot of inputs.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at the back, which I think is the most intimidating part. So many places to plug in. I'm guessing you plug in all your speakers to this one thing. And
Correct.
This is the, what you kind of work off
Correct. So pretty much this is where we hook up all the speakers over on this side. Those are all the speaker terminals. So in this case, either 5 or 7 speakers.
Okay.
And here's all the hookups for your video right here, over on this side, but also over on this side as well. And the nice thing about this specific piece, and that's why I brought it up, is it still provide hookups for your VCR.
Okay.
Or you have your older style DVD player, still want to hook up.
I was going to say, I'm hard pressed to think of people who have VCRs, but I know that there are some out there.
There is. Yeah, we see them out there all the time. And the nice thing is that you just hook it up to all those inputs, and it will still provide a nice picture, because what this amplifier does, it does not only have the hookups and have the great sound, it will also, they say it upconverts, but they improve the quality of that picture before it goes to your TV or before it goes to your projector. So it's really universal when it comes to that aspect.
And I know a lot of times, with surround sound, obviously people want to get the best movie watching experience, kind of hear it the way that the producers and the directors envisioned it. But it can be a little bit daunting when you're like, well, do I even have space in my house for 7 speakers? But, it's not like back in the 80s where speakers were, yay high. You're working with a different kind of system now.
Absolutely. And the nice thing is, we talked about subwoofers. They come in different shapes and forms and things like that. They can even be in your wall. There's like in-wall subwoofers, or you can hide them behind a closet, or there's a lot of options, and the same counts for speakers as well. Like I say, you don't have the big guys anymore, or the floor standing speakers. You can either put it in your ceiling or in the wall, not taking up any space, but still providing that great quality of sound as well.
Exactly.
And the nice thing about the current technology is, we talked about DVDs. Let's say you have a Blu-ray player, then the quality of sound is really there. So the producer intended a certain way of you listening to the music or to that movie. And that's something that the current quality of these receivers or Blu-ray players provide. So it's really a one-on-one with the producer, when they spend a lot of time on getting that soundtrack going and the sound effects. It's truly the way the producer intended to have it displayed and listened to.
You'll never want to go to a movie again, because the sound quality in your house is going to be just as good.
Yeah, it is definitely just as good. And the nice thing about this piece as well is it has Ethernet ports on the back, so you're connected to the internet. Providing you streaming of your music and your online content as video as well.
Yeah.
It can do Netflix, it can do Pandora.
Yeah, Hulu, all those sites.
It's really a one and all piece that is, it's amazing. I
nice.
Like it. It's great. Yeah.
Well, and then I know you also brought some other, I'm eyeing what else you have over there, because we're talking all about kind of all-in-one systems, and I feel like the remote control plays a big part in that as well.
It does. So although this is the central piece of getting all the components connected to this one, and have it come out of one cable to your TV or projector, you still need to control it.
Yeah.
So it comes with with its own remote, dedicated remote. The nice thing about this, it has someone as a online GUI type of thing, a menu, so you can scroll to go. Let's say you have a compatible DVD or Blu-ray player hooked up to it. You can scroll through that on the screen itself.
Oh, okay, wow.
And it also helps, of course, if you go to your Netflix and you have to get to your movies, or you have to go to Pandora and you get to your music. But there's different way of doing it, and one of them, for instance, is I brought out, this remote. It is, it has a little display on it. It's not touchscreen, so but it will do. It pretty much integrates with this piece, but will also integrate every other component
with your other systems you have.
Exactly.
Okay, perfect.
And it's also help you to automate those automated all on or all off. Or you wanted to control your lights, you can do that with this one as well.
Nice, so kind of the master control.
Master control, and this is a fairly basic setup, but it's great. It works really well.
Nice.
Then another variety of that is something that actually has a touchscreen.
Oh, okay. A little bit fancier.
A little bit fancier. So, on this, for instance, you would have to press the buttons on the side. But in this case, you press it on the screen and get to your functionality from there.
Perfect.
And then talking about on-screen display, and we talked about it in a couple of sessions, but this is the Control 4 remote.
All right. Yeah, we did talk about this one.
Which doesn't have the touchscreen here, but it actually visualizes your options on the screen. Okay,
so you kind of see it on the TV screen when you're using it.
Correct.
Nice.
Yep. And this is a piece that we provide a lot for our customers. It's really intuitive, especially when you have a rental unit where people sometimes get intimidated with a lot of buttons, not only with a lot of remotes, but the nice thing is it's all integrated into this remote. But if you have it, it's a little bit easier. But once you got that on that screen, it makes it so much easier. You just grab that remote, and it's a matter of left, right, up, down, and select, and it gets you wherever you want to go. Nice. So it's all about integration, and once again about intimidated with those inputs. When people see it for the first time, they think, "Wow, that's a lot of options." But it's where we come in.
Yeah, exactly.
Put it up for you, and on top of that, it's also helping out our customers with setting it up right. So you have really that sound experience that the producer, like we talked about, is intended it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people, you can go into the showroom and actually kind of play around with some of this technology and hear it and see what it actually looks like, kind of all working together. So where are you guys located where people
We're
can find
in front of Main Street in Frisco, 49 Main Street in the Frisco Mall.
In the famous Frisco Mall.
In the world famous Frisco Mall.
Nice. You can also check them out online. We're looking at the website right now, which just got a little bit of a redesign, I think.
It does, yeah. I hope to present something in a week or in 2 weeks where we show off the new features of the website. So looking forward to that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys are looking for the surround sound experience, or you want to integrate your home with a universal remote control, the Sound Room is a great place to go in Frisco. No need to drive to Denver to go to those big box stores. You can get everything you need locally right here in Frisco. So Peter, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We are going to take a quick break, but we still have our Watch and Win. We're giving away a Tune to Precision Ski. That's going to be coming up in the next couple of minutes.